Good morning. So in this video, I am going to show you how to add students to your class that are already in the Realize system. Okay, and I will also give a brief refresher on how to add some content and assign it to your students. So first, click on Classes. Now, you see I've already got several created. You might have a few created, and you might want to create a new one just for this purpose or for grouping your students. So let's create class. You'll want to give your class a name. We'll scroll down, and here's the important piece I believe that we should do is choose every grade level. This is important so that you can access all the standards from all the grade levels. That may have just answered my question from yesterday. Now to add students, go ahead and click in the student name box and type in the last name of your students. Once you type in a last name, you'll see anyone at Rosebud who's in the system with that last name, and then you can just click them. I've also created my own test student for assigning things and seeing how the assignments work, because one thing I've not discovered, and maybe Jennifer can help us with this, I have not discovered at all how I can remove an assignment once it's been made. So I'm worried that kids are going to be logging in with assignments that I've tested out, and I don't know how to get rid of them. So you might add your own test student, and then you would save your class after everyone's been added. All right. So I'm going to go on without saving this one and get into the portion of the video where I want to show you how to assign some content. Jennifer showed us two ways. The first way she showed us, I believe, was via the standards. To assign content via the standards, click on your Programs tab. And here's where checking off all those boxes pays off, because I now have access to every grade level, which means I have access to the standards from each grade level. So let's say I'm a fourth grade teacher. I'm going to click on grade 2 because I want to give some kids some assignments for intervention. So I'm going to click on the standards, and now see this little drop down arrow? Click the little drop down arrow, and that will give you access to the actual Common Core standard domains. So I'm going to check out the foundational skills and assign a decodable reader. First, I can preview it by clicking on it.
Suffixes ly, fun, er, or, ish.
Now let me show you how to close these readers. On your browser in the upper right, you'll see a drop-down arrow. Click that and log out. That logs me out of that particular reader or that particular content. Then I close this tab on my browser, and on this other tab, I use the go back button. Now here's the thing, the students have to do this too. They have to really learn this routine of logging out and going back. Logging out, going back. All right, so let's go back to classes and let's see how we can actually assign this content a different way. I'm big on decodable readers. You may have gotten that. So I'm going to just go ahead and search for decodable reader. Instead of using the standards, I'm just going to find all the decodable readers I can. Now these ones show up. These are first grade readers, and they all have an R in front of them, which means I believe they came from the readiness unit. Okay, but there are literally hundreds of these things. So I'm just going to choose another one. I could preview it if I wish. Okay, I want to go ahead and assign this one. I want to assign the lunch table to my test student. So I'm going to click on Assign. I'll need a start date. I'm going to set it for Tuesday. And I'm going to type the last name of my test student. You see that also what comes up, I can assign it to a whole class. You see those class names show up as well? But I'm going to go ahead and assign this to just one student. I could have assigned it to an entire class also. So now, when Rosebud student logs in, Rosebud student will have a decodable reader to interact with. So this should be enough to get you started. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And thanks again, Jennifer, for the great webinar. And good luck, team.